So, One Piece chapter 801. Amazing chapter, so much to discuss. Before anything else, 10 out of 10. Best chapter in a while. Oda Sensei just keeps bringing it every single time. People are saying 801 should have been 800, but we had the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. That was amazing in itself. Anyway, let's move on. So, right at the beginning, it kind of goes back to Dressrosa. Just when you think you've got away, back in Dressrosa, it pulls you back in. So it starts off people in the shadows doing some type of investigation, and lo and behold, the return of the man himself, Rob Lucci, who's in CP0 according to the chapter. So I don't know what happened quite with that. I'm sure more will reveal with that, purely because he was on the run for a while and the Marines were after them. So it looks like it was Spandam, I think, in there as well. It looked like Spandam and Rob Lucci in CP0, and I'm seeing them against the revolutionaries at some point. So then it carries on a little bit with Dressrosa. Dressrosa's on the road to recovery. It's making improvements. Everyone's happy. That people are dancing. Viola's dancing. It's like a bit of a festival. Then King Riku says he needs to have kind of like talk about something. He gets everyone's attention. Lo and behold, it's the Tontatas, the king of the Tontatas, Manchuji with Rebecca is introduced. Leo is having a conversation and he shows some type of plans. I'm assuming it's some type of weapon that's potentially gonna help later on, hopefully the Grand Fleet in the future. And also an important mention of the Reverie. Apparently it's this year and it's happening very soon, and big things are going to be discussed, and big things I think are going to go down. Also important to bear in mind, they're making statues. So next to the Kiro statue, they were making a Luffy/Lucy statue. They were making an Usopp, a God Usopp statue. And in the back, I don't know if anyone caught it, they also the Nolan statue was remade as well. It's important to bear in mind as well, in that same panel, you would say, in the bottom left hand corner, there's a kid who's effectively wearing a Kuma t-shirt, Bartholomew Kuma. The Shibukai is still in the story. We haven't seen him for a while, but it's a good reminder he's around. Then once the Dressrosa element is taken care of, what then happens is it kind of pans to the navy ships that are escorting none other than Don Quixote Doflamingo. So there's 4 of these, 4 navy ships, and on these ships you've got Suru, Doflamingo of course, you've got Fujitora, the admiral, and former fleet admiral Sengoku. Not about to say Sakazuki there, absolutely not. So Fujitora and Sengoku having a conversation. Yeah, that need to go back to Marine headquarters, and he's like, no, I can't do that. I haven't got their heads yet, and Sengoku basically say, just apologize, it's fine. But Fujitora's got his pride, and then it kind of pans to, I don't know if pan's the right word, but anyway, it moves on to Doflamingo, who starts laughing. He basically says, look, you had the chance. You should have just teamed up with me, and you'd have taken care of them. And then he goes into this amazing speech, which basically makes One Piece now like the Game of Thrones. And there's like a spread of all the different entities in the world. So there's the Yonkou at the top, which I'm assuming the top left is supposed to be Big Mom. It shows quite a few of the Shibukai, not all of them. It does not show the 7th Shibukai properly, I don't think. It shows you the worst generation. Pretty much most of them are there. And then it shows you the navy, the admirals and the fleet admiral, and then it shows you, I believe it's the back of Rogukyu, Greenbow, and of course the one and the only revolutionary army with Dragon, my man Sabo the man with the plan, Mr. Mera no Mi now, 5 is Sabo, Ivankov, and then another member who's I don't think I've seen before. Kind of reminds me of Guan Yu from Romance and the Three Kingdoms. In any case, amazing speech. I cannot wait. Hyped for that. When it comes out in the anime, it's going to be something else. Please, Toy Animation, do not mess that up. And then you see the outside and introduces what basically is Jack. I believe it's the same Jack that was on the underground when he was in Punk Hazard. And he's on a ship that's pretty much got the same symbols and flag as Kaido, so I'm assuming he's an underling of Kaido. Whether he's the seventh Shibukai, I don't know, but I think he's working for Kaido. Maybe both. You never know. And he's confident that he wants to attack that fleet, the escort fleet, with the admiral, the vice admiral, the former fleet admiral, to get back Doflamingo for Kaido, I'm assuming. He must be somewhat special considering he's confident enough to do that. So that I love to see. Then it moves on to where Luffy is, and you get to see Bartolomeo's ship called and his crew, the Bart crew, Bart Club, and the Merry Luffy Senpai, which is basically the Going Merry with Luffy as the masthead and the masthead of the Going Merry at the bottom of the mast, and then Luffy, Chopper's antlers on the side for some reason, and you can see the whole crew's nuts, a bit silly and a bit sick, but nuts, which makes it really funny. And they're all exactly the same, they're all over the top with their reactions whenever they see Luffy. It's amazingly funny. At the time I couldn't stop laughing. And then there's a little bit of a flashback, and it's to do with the Vivre cards, and Bellamy says, look, I don't want to be one of your subordinates. Does that mean he's going to be a member of the official crew? I don't know, but at the moment it seems like he's just doing his own thing, and then he'll come when he needs to. So he takes a piece of the Vivre card that Sabo's made for Luffy, so then whenever Luffy needs help, so Sabo can come help him. But now Bellamy and all the other 7 commanders of the, you can call them commanders, captains of the ships of the fleet, have pieces of the Vivre card now, and they can all go and come and help Luffy when they need to. On the flip side, there isn't really anything for Luffy to go help them, but I'm sure they'll figure something out if need be, if the story requires it. And then it kind of moves on to Zoro reading a newspaper, and in the newspaper it says he's noticed that the bounties have gone up, and it's kind of like, you didn't know? Bartolomeo basically says, come to my room, so he takes him to the room and he shows him all the bounties that he's basically framed, and some of them have got autographs. So before doing that, he also mentions Law's bounty has also gone up to 500, but he threw it away because he's not one of the straw members' crews. So the bounties, starting from the highest to the lowest of the crew, what's surprising, everyone's had a bounty increase. Even those that are not really always involved in the story have all had bounty increases. Not all the same amounts have increased, but you'll soon get it. So Luffy's 500 million matching Trafalgar Laws. Zoro's a massive increase to 320. God Usopp's has gone up to 200 million. Sanji 177 million. Robin's has gone up to 130. Frankie's is 94 million. Brooks 83. Nami 66, and Chopper has doubled, so he's gone from 50 to 100. I'm gonna do a video on bounties later, and I'll do discussion on Sanji because it said only alive. So quite a lot went through on this chapter. Apologies about cuts you'll probably see in this video when you put it all together. About to start, people interrupting, knocking on doors. People don't know how to leave people alone. But in any case, a lot went through. Introduction of Rob Lucci, I should say. Dressrosa, the Tontatas, the Reverie, the statues, the Navy escort, and the amazing conversation and dialogue of Don Quixote del Flamingo, the introduction of Jack and the fact that he's more than likely going to be attacking that ship anytime soon. Bellamy isn't a subordinate of Luffy, may become a future member. Let's hope no. Don't really want him to. You get to see the Shabbat ship, the Vivi card distribution, new bounties, and then the mystery of Sanji. Which, to be fair, is going to be interesting when we look into it. I think at this point, much like some old theories that were out there, I think it was in Manga Stream 2011, 2012, as well as I think it was Alpha Too Late did a more recent one, but the original theory came from the forum of Mr. Prince, Sanji, and Little Garden being an actual long lost prince. Either that, or he's done some type of agreement, or something's actually happened with Big Mom. Maybe she wants him alive, or maybe somebody recognizes him. Maybe he said he was originally from North Blue. Maybe some royalty there, or he's supposed to be a world noble of some kind. But I know I was going to do a theory on this. I thought I'd quickly put in at the end. Plans change. If I have a bit more time and detail about little things that were mentioned, and I can link in all the other theories that I picked up this off. I will do, but for now, that's just my review. Thank you very much for your time. Keep it cool, take it easy.